Hello, my name is Suzanne Johnson. Since videos are popular these days, I thought I'd make a short video telling you a little bit about myself and how I like to help people. I've been a therapist since 1986 and a social worker since 1980. I've seen thousands of people over the years. And often when I hear what my clients have gone through in terms of trauma and loss, I'm rather impressed that they can cope as well as they do. And I believe people have a remarkable ability to adapt and cope. My focus is to help people love themselves, or at least accept themselves as they are, and be aware of their strengths and gifts. For health insurance purposes, I do have to come up with a diagnosis of a mental condition. But if it's my choice, I would rather, if I have to put a label on someone, is label person's character strength and personality style. I read a book years ago, I think it was called Your Brain Chemistry Type, that put people into 6 different brain chemistry personality types. And it focused all on the strengths. I think they were guardian, caretaker, warrior, dreamer, and lover. So he said when people go off balance with their strength, that's when they have a mental condition. So my purpose is to help people get back in balance. My favorite tool to do that with is to use EMDR, which stands for eye movement desensitization reprocessing. It's a long name for something that is a very effective process. It's a treatment approach that's been empirically validated in over 30 randomized studies of trauma victims and 25 additional studies that have demonstrated positive effects. And I took this from the EMDR website. Repeated studies show that by using EMDR therapy, people can experience the benefits of psychotherapy that once took years to make a difference. And I like to say that's my experience too. That's why I like to use it whenever possible. I use it almost every day with my clients. EMDR involves bilateral stimulation, either by moving your eyes back and forth or tapping on both sides of the body alternately, or my favorite, doing both at the same time. I have a light bar that I use, and then the light goes back and forth to make it easier on my hands. EMDR can be used to clear out painful memories and painful feelings from past experiences, or to increase the positive feelings from positive aspects of your life. For instance, if you were bullied as a child, this may lead you to have anxious feelings in social situations or with relationships, and a belief that I'm not good enough. I would use EMDR to take away those remaining feelings that are negative and beliefs related to being bullied. The founder of EMDR, Francine Shapiro, wrote a great book called The Past is Present. She writes how people are often unaware how much the feelings they have in their present life come from negative past experiences. She gives examples of how EMDR puts the painful past back into the past so that people can be free from their emotional baggage. I've been in a consultation group with a group of other therapists since 2017 that involves monthly meetings to improve our skills at doing EMDR. The group leader, Randy Beiser, has been using EMDR since 1998. In this group, we have been learning that in addition to clearing out trauma, EMDR can be used in a very powerful way by increasing the client's awareness of the positive aspects of their lives. For instance, if a client has a positive, loving relationship with a pet, I can use EMDR to increase the feelings of fondness and love for that pet, which in turn helps them feel more positive about themselves and about life in general. I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's just a quick example. Another example would be to focus on the past success that the client has, and that can remind them that they've overcome problems and that they have strengths, and just it helps to improve the mood. In addition to using EMDR, I'm learning about the havening technique. That is a simple way of calming the nervous system and reducing negative emotions. This is one example of havening that is simple but effective. that the client can do and is encouraged to do between sessions. Gently touching the hands as if you're stroking a little bunny rabbit, just back and forth, back and forth. This is another one. So for instance, if a client has a sudden death in the family, havening can be used to soothe the deep grief. It's not going to take all the grief away because it is appropriate to have the grief, but it can help take the rough edges off of it. Another method I like to use is EFT, called Emotional Freedom Technique. This involves tapping on the end points of meridians, acupuncture points, like this is some examples. And it uses a simple formula that I can give to my clients. This can be used as a self-help technique when you feel troubled. A good website with more information on this is EFT Universe. There's hundreds of YouTube videos on it also. I'm also familiar with the concept of the highly sensitive person, about 10% of the population being more sensitive than the rest of the population. This 10% is more sensitive, feels their emotions more intensely, are more easily overwhelmed and anxious, but also they're more intuitive, thoughtful, they think deeply, and they're creative. I myself am a highly sensitive person, and I enjoy creative endeavors such as photography, painting, and playing the piano. So that's just a short summary about myself, and I have a lot more information on my website. And if you're interested in seeing me for therapy, give me a call at 586-799-2399. And have a good day.